As some of you guys may or may not know, they are actually changing a lot of things lately on the Seasons of Mastery beta. We talked about this a little bit a few days ago, I think. But yeah, guys, they are actually changing a lot of things in the Season of Mastery beta. And you know what they say, right? Better late than never. Better late than never in regards to the bots, okay? The bots have been a rampant issue for a very, very long time in the classic WoW game, okay? In the classic WoW, and just like in retail as well, I suppose, right? Like, yeah, it is something I would have liked to seen a lot earlier, but if they do decide to do, you know, Season of Mastery and they want to go through with this, I think it's a good thing that they actually are addressing this. Yes, it's really freaking late that they're doing it, but they're doing it, right? So, if you guys can see here, this is the thing. There was a blue post a few days ago that have now been updated, I suppose, on the classic WoW Season of Mastery beta. I am gonna log into my rogue and actually go check this for myself, but let's see it. Like, one of the updates in the latest build for the classic WoW Season of Mastery beta is the new debuff called Thief, which is likely to curb up pickpocketing rogues in Black Rock depths. We've gone in and tested how the debuff works, breaking it down in this article. So if you guys don't know, basically, when you pickpocket a certain amount of mobs in succession of each other, you get this debuff called Thief, where you, instead of being able to pick up, like, you know, lockboxes or silver, like normally you get like 2, 3, 4 silver, 5 silver maybe per mob, and now you get this debuff for 30 minutes called Thief, which basically just means you pickpocket lint, which sells for like nothing. And this is a way to combat. If you do die, the debuff removes itself, right? After 11 pickpockets, the cast debuff was applied. In a second attempt, it was applied after 9 casts. And the third attempt, it was applied after 10 casts. When the Thief debuff is applied, only pocket lint was obtainable from pickpocketing, which vendors for a single copper piece. Dying removes the Thief debuff, and it's only a 3-minute run back to Blackrock Depths. Averaging it all out, rogues can expect to make 20 silver in 5 minutes. So that's a gold per hour. It is a bit of you know, it sucks if you are a rogue and you want to make gold that way, but it's not bad that they're actually trying to do something about, you know, the rogue pickpocketing, because it is a big freaking issue. It is a big freaking issue. I don't know what other way you could really do this. Like, what other way you could really fix the botting. I guess you could ban the bots. That could be a good idea. That could maybe be viable as well, right? Like, they could be banned. Hire some GMs and ban them. That would be that's a very viable strat. I think that very viable. That is probably a really good idea to do, Blizzard. You should probably ban them. And there is this thing, right? There's this thing called a game master, right? And you could have game masters in the game actually trying to combat these bots, okay? This is sort of a way to combat it. It is sort of a way to make it less a thing in the game. It is like a passive thing, but it's something. It's something. It does suck a little bit though, because like there is genuine people, genuine rogues that like farming gold pickpocketing. When I was farming for my gold, for my mount, for my epic mount in vanilla, like in classic, I was pickpocketing. I was doing this farm. I was farming BRD, 30 gold an hour. In phase 1 of classic, that was pretty good. You know, I got my mount in like, I don't know, like 20 hours or so. This is a little bit of a lazy way of fixing the bot issue, I would say. It is a little bit lazy, let's be honest. But it's something, right? It is something about it, because the botting issue is really big. I really wish that they would like make it more active stance against it and try to actually combat it and try to actually like ban them and work against the bots, instead of putting in a little bit of a lazy thing for it, right? But it's something, and it's not lazy, it's cheap. Yeah, it is a little bit cheap. I agree. I definitely do agree with that. But I feel like we should go inside real fast, guys, and try to see that for ourselves, right? Because I have a rogue on the beta here that we could just real fast go to BRD with and see how it is, right? Wait, is he gonna talk about it?
Quest to automate absolutely everything continues. They've managed to come up with a solution to deal with bots in Blackrock Depths. After pickpocketing a handful of mobs, you will now receive the debuff Thief, which lasts for 30 minutes,
yeah, there it is,
whether you relog or reset the dungeon. It does disappear if you die, but it doesn't really matter given the fact that the debuff kicks in after you pickpocket like 3 mobs. Now, this is a pretty effective method when it comes to dealing with the Blackrock Depths bots.
I mean, it is pretty effective, yeah, it is.
Given They have no GMs that can moderate the situation. However, this now completely destroys pickpocket farming for regular, genuine players. And in Classic, on my rogue, I regularly pickpocket farmed to...
It's good gold. Like, it is good gold. Phase 1 of Classic, pickpocketing is good gold.
Get easy blinding powder and money. As well as this, the debuff only currently works for Blackrock depths, which means the bots will just move to lower Blackrock Spire instead. This in turn also means the debuff will be applied to that dungeon as well. So long story short, BRD pickpocket bots are no more, but players can't pickpocket in dungeons now either. What do you think of these changes? Leave a comment below and I'll see you soon.
Well, the thing is, man, the thing is, as he says as well, it's like, yeah, I mean, it does combat the bots. It does do it. It does, like, it does make it so that those BRD bots cannot farm gold as efficiently, right? Like, not at all as efficiently, but it also makes it so that the players who wants to farm gold, pickpocketing, can't do that either. And the bots, if it's just a BRD thing, a BRD bot, I would assume the reason why Blizzard only adds it for BRD is because of the fact that that's where the bots are having an issue with it, right? That's where they're having issue with bots. And so players can still use the pickpocketing outside of BRD, but so can the bots. So they will just move the bots to LBRS or like any other dungeon, right? Like, that's how it is. So I do think it's a double-edged sword, right? Because I think it's a good thing that they're making sort of a stance against this with the botting thing, but I think maybe that's not the way to do it, right? I'm not sure. I think there would be better ways. I don't know what exactly it could be, apart from banning the bots. If you want to integrate some sort of an in-game thing to combat it. If you're combating the bots in that way, it's also gonna like combat the players playing rogues, right? So it's a double-edged sword, man. It really is. We also got this is not about the botting thing, this is about Classic Raid. So you guys know, or may not know, they are going to be changing a lot of the, not changing, but adding more spells to the bosses in Molten Core and stuff like that. Like, they are actually like making the raids more difficult with more abilities and stuff like that. And it is today that they're rolling out on the raid. I really want to make a raid and do the raid on stream to test out the bosses and stuff like that. So there's something called Armageddon. I would assume, what could this could be like Baron Geddon or something like that, right? Like, this could be an extra like fire spell for Baron Geddon, like some sort of like I guess like a berserk timer or something like that. I'm not really too sure. Call Meteor. Oh shoot, I don't know what that is. Charges an enemy, inflicting 1,300 fire damage to the target and any other nearby enemies, as well as knocking them all back. I think is either going to be... It's gonna be something on Lucifron or Gehennas. Some sort of a boss where there's ads. Lucifron, Gehennas, or Sulfuron Harbinger, where there's ads, because this is not a lot of damage. This could also be Golmag with the dogs. Yeah, this could also be Golmag, or like having the two dogs on the sides, and then like, because like you need to tank the dogs outside the range of the boss, right, to make sure that they don't enrage. But what if they had like a charge, so they charged back in, and you had to bring them back out, right? That could be a thing. Dark Mending uses Dark Magic to heal a target for 27 to 30,000 damage. Okay, so an extra mob is getting healer. Uses Dark Magic to heal. Okay, so this is the heal thing. Despawn Spiderlings. Name changes from despawn ads. Wait, Spiderlings? Well, I don't know what... Okay, I mean, like, some sort of like extra ads, I guess, on some boss. This is a Baron Geddon where the melee has to move out. That's called Armageddon. Oh! Let's see. So there's spiders. Okay. Fireball Volley. Oh, shit. Eruption would be Gar Explosion. Yeah, okay, maybe that could be the Gar Explosions, yeah. Value 1500 SP mod 1. I don't know. I'm just kind of looking at this, right? It's kind of interesting to see, though. Fireball Volley. Okay, I get it. So this is not a new ability, but the ability just does more damage. Oh, okay, that's how it works. Okay, so the explosion, this is not new. These are not new. They just do more damage, basically. The same with the Dark Mending and the Charge. They just do more damage. The Meteor is new, and the Dark Mending is new as well. Oh. And then Fireball Volley, Inferno, deals 1,000 damage every 1 second. Living Fallout. Magma Splash. Okay. Summon Corehound and summon Onyxia Water. Wait, so Onyxia is gonna start spawning like ads? Like actual, like, you know, those ads before Onyxia? She's gonna start spawning those in the boss fight. Road to Rag is gonna be hard, man. I'm not gonna lie, guys. The Road to Rag hardcore challenge is gonna be difficult now, man. Holy cow. It's gonna be fun though to see what's gonna happen with it and like how difficult it's really gonna be. It's one thing reading this and just like see, oh well, this could be kind of damn it, this could be kind of interesting, and like how much is that, right? But it's a different thing actually trying it out and stuff like that. I don't know. I always said, I've said this quite a few times already. I think it's like there's really two ways you can go about Classic Fresh, I think. Either you go completely purist, like classic, like no changes, complete fresh, like nothing is like different, or you go classic plus all the way. And I think they have decided that they want to go classic plus all the way. And we'll have to see, like we'll have to see how much more they're gonna change. Like I think it would be cool down the road if with this classic thing, this classic Season of Mastery thing, that if they would decide to actually make new raids and make classic plus content. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Classic wasn't purist. It was not pure vanilla, but it was pretty close. It was pretty close. It was as close as they could kind of get it, right, I think. But we'll have to see, right? We'll have to see, I guess, when we get a little bit more, when we get some more information. Because, like, talk is one thing, right? We gotta see it in action. I think so.